So today we're just going to work on some seated postures, how we're going to move and get the body infused with oxygen without leaving the chair. So let's begin. Soles of your feet, find a flat place to land on the floor and just feel around till you find your sit bones grounding down into your chair. From that spot, let the sit bones ground. Feel the crown of your head reach towards the sky. Lift your shoulders to your ears and then soften them down your back. I think I'd just let your eyes close for a moment, allowing your breath to come in and out. Imagining that each breath had the opportunity to expand your spine. It's almost like the breath has the capacity, the ability to fill up the discs that separate each vertebrae in your back. And it's like adding maximum cushioning and support, because once those discs are filled with air, they're like really hard, strong inner tubes. Just cushioning each vertebrae up and down your spine. So you're breathing into the space. And as the discs add cushioning and support, it's almost like they expand and there's this growth that you feel. It's almost like the crown of the head starts to lift closer to the ceiling. Let all the effort of your upper body go and drop down into your hips. Like your weight actually gets to rest in your pelvis, rest on your sit bones. From that place, let your spine grow tall. You're just going to continue to take these long, inviting breaths into the body. And we're going to start to make the breath move into different spots more specifically. So if you open up your palms really wide, start to take the thumbs over the pinky finger and stretch wide again. Thumbs to ring finger and open. To middle finger and stretch wide. To index finger and open. Index, middle, ring, pinky. And then just roll your wrists, letting them drop down beside you. Take the thumbs to the sky and the thumbs to point down to the floor again. Feeling how you can just move through those wrists. Now bring your attention to your elbow pits right here and see if the elbow pits feel like they can point up and they can point down. Whatever range of motion has no pain is what you're going for. Bring your awareness right up to the top of the arm bone. Feel like the arm bone rolls forward in the shoulder socket and back in the shoulder socket. Just feel how those arms stretch back and forth. Inviting the breath to reach into that tight area. Nice. Hands float down beside you with a big inhale. They stretch up beyond to the sky, and as you exhale, they can soften down again. A couple more times. Inhale. And exhale. One more. And down. Sweet. As you press into that right side of your chair, the left hand can go up to the sky and lean over. Keep your weight grounded into the base of the sit bone on the left so that you're not kind of letting the sit bone come up. You're keeping it grounded. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale and move to the other side. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to expand to the other side. Breathe in to come up and expand to the other side. It's important that we move the spine in all three directions, so this lateral side bend is our first opportunity to bring the movement into the spine. This is the first way that the spine moves. It bends right and it bends left. Nice. And when you come out of that, just drop your shoulders. Bring your fingers to the ends of your knees. We're going to bend the spine into flexion and extension now. Moving into a cat-cow. The chin tucks, the spine rolls behind you, and then there's a big lift. Chest goes to the sky. Rolling back. The sit bones might be tipping a little bit here. The spine is only lifting as far as it's comfortable for the back. And you keep breathing even when you start to reach into areas that are tight. Nice. So that's the second way that the spine moves into flexion and extension. Sweet. So number 3 would be to bring your hands to your heart center. Let the thumbs be attached and let the chin float above the fingertips. We twist right, back to center, and twist left. Use your inhales to bring you back to center, and let the exhales twist you to the side. Let me tell you something. When you keep the thumbs attached to the sternum, when you keep the chin right above the fingertips, you resist the urge to try and stretch further by just moving your neck and shoulders, right? We really specifically let ourselves get into that thoracic spine when we play in this zone. Nice work. So there's the third way that the spine moves. Do that one more time. We just are going to crawl ourselves over to one side, lengthen up nice and tall, and turn yourself towards the back of your chair. The hands sort of just drape themselves onto the chair. Use the muscles of the spine to help you turn towards the back of the chair. And if you like, your chin can float all the way to the back shoulder. Sweet. One more breath. Roll out of that. Yeah. Now we're going to take this leg that's on the edge of the seat of the chair and slide it off and start to stretch it behind you. So if this quad's really tight or something's tight in the ankle or knee, you might only go this far. If it feels like more is available, you're welcome to stretch that leg further back. What you're looking for is a push through the heel. Okay? So one leg stays on the chair, sole of the foot pressing into the ground. There's an effort through that back heel to press backwards. Maybe this hand reaches to sky. Maybe both hands reach to sky. Let the front foot press down into the ground. Let the back heel reach back behind you. You're just bringing breath now down into the legs. Breathe here. Breathe here. Nice work. And soften those hands down. Good. You're going to come back to center and allow yourself to just float over to the other side. Same thing, the feet ground, your bums on the seat of the chair. Lengthen up and turn towards the back. Don't use your arm muscles to pull yourself into a twist. So the arm muscles just drape. The arms are heavy on the back of the chair. You just allow your shoulders to rest. Allow your chin to reach towards the back shoulder. Breathe up and down the spine. Feel the length. Feel how you're wringing out the spine. Nice work. And as you unwind from that pose, just slide the outside leg off the chair. Same thing here. If everything feels good, you might just stay here in this part. If it's possible for you to continue to take that leg back behind you, you can stretch it as far away as you want to go. Because I can see that you can't see my back heel in the video, I'll just show you from this position. This heel pushes. There's an activation down the front line of that leg, down the back line of the leg as well, as you push that heel away from you. Put some pressure down into the front of that front foot. Maybe fingers lift to sky. Maybe it's just one arm, maybe it's both. Arms sink into the shoulder socket. The sit bone that's on the chair rests down into the chair. Your breath is deep. That back heel pressing. Nice long stretches. Breathe. Beautiful. Beautiful. And soften those hands down beside you. Nice. Coming back to center. I might use the strap now. I'm going to loop it around the sole of my right foot. If I lean forward, I can reach further down this strap. And then when I lift the foot up in front of me, I can feel the stretch in through the back of the leg, pulling the toes back towards me, rolling the shoulders down my back. A tip for better video angle. Roll the shoulders down the back, push through the heel. Nice work. Breathe there. Breathe there. You might hold the strap into just one hand and let that leg open up to the side. Bring it back to face forward. Open it to the side. One more time forward. One more time to the side. Good work. Exhale and take that foot down to the ground. Let's do the other side. Strap goes underneath the sole of the foot, and I found if I lean forward a little bit so that I can reach low down, then when I lift up, my elbows don't have to bend. So when I lift this foot up, my arms are still long. Yeah, so spine is tall, foot pressing out, pull the toes back towards you so you can feel the length of the back of the knee. If your knee locks, then you'll want to keep a little bend in it. Perhaps you'll need a little bend in it anyway because that's as far as your knee will straighten for you today. But just press. Press enough that you can feel opening through the back of that leg. Imagine yourself reaching your breath down the back of that leg. Yeah, enjoy that. Nice. Left hand holds the strap. Maybe there's an open and a close. Couple of times there. If you don't need that bend in the knee, then you're welcome to do it straight. And take it out. Sweet. So just check on how that feels in your body right now. We're going to add the block. Squeezing it between the thighs. Just practice pressing the thighs together and releasing them. Pressing the thighs together and releasing them. You shouldn't see movement at the knees, right? Your knees aren't necessarily going back and forth because when you squeeze the adductors and release the adductors, there's just a trickle down effect to the knee. It's not actually movement at that knee. So watch that in your body. Nice work. Nice work. And release that block. If you take your sit bones and you sneak them up right to the edge of the chair and just open your legs wide, your hands can come to the knees and you will drop one shoulder down between your knees and then drop the opposite shoulder down between your knees. Okay? One way is an exhale, one way is an inhale. Notice how that works for you. Which way reaches the shoulder down and which way reaches the shoulder up. Nice. And then coming back up. Sweet. Got one more little move in this sequence to show you. So if you can slide an ankle up onto the knee and let this knee fall open, then you can stay right here. You're going to bring 90 degrees, a nice flex into this ankle. That flex helps protect the knee. If getting the ankle past the knee doesn't work for you, then you'll straighten the opposite leg, cross the ankle over the shin, and just slide it this way. Imagine that in this pose, you're using the muscles right at the top of your thigh to pull the heel up and then to push the heel down. So that momentum is not coming from heel. Okay? Alternately, if heel passes knee, your work would be this: to lift and to reach down. To lift and to reach down. Just bringing a little bit of breath into that hip socket. Sit bones stay connected to the ground. Sweet. Let's release that leg and try the opposite one. Here's your two options. Sliding with the top of the thigh, pushing and pulling the heel down the shin, or lifting it up, activating the foot, and moving up and down this way. What's so interesting is that we always think we have to do a whole bunch of really elaborate movement in order to infuse breath into our body. And it's just not the case. We can infuse breath into our body just the way we did today, with a few short movements over a few short minutes. Okay, so now what I want you to do is slide your heels so that they're underneath the foot, so the knees over top of the toe. Slide your sit bones right to the edge of your chair. Notice your instinct to want to stand up by pushing your hands into your chest and coming up to standing that way. I want you to either take your hands to your chest, or if your hands are on your legs, let them be really light. They're not doing anything. Sit bones slide to the edge of the chair. Press into the soles of your feet. Use the strength of your legs to bring yourself all the way up to standing, and drop your arms down by your side. Nice work. So, stand in Tadasana. Close your eyes or drop your gaze downward. Soften your shoulders. Feel your breath. Notice how your body feels full, infused with breath. It feels juicy and strong. All in that few minutes. That's all it took. Thanks for sharing. Hope you enjoyed, everyone. Namaste.